Welcome and thank you for tuning in. My name is Tracy Brown. I am a best-selling author, director of a nonprofit called Ladies First, and now a podcaster, ready to come to you every single day with these hot topics, these juicy tidbits of things that everybody's buzzing about. And I'm not doing it by myself. I brought my girls with me, Tamika and Shy. Ladies, introduce yourself to the people.
Hey people, I'm Tamika. My motto in life is love, laugh, and drink wine. That's what I'm here to do. I give my dirty little opinion.
Hello, world. My name is Cheyenne, but everybody calls me Shy. I am a psychology major, college graduate, and a self-proclaimed food connoisseur. And I'm on this podcast to talk my shit.
And talk shit we shall. So let's get it started. Today's topic is something that I think a lot of us have experienced, but not everybody talks about. Do you have a telephone voice?
Absolutely.
I do.
Yeah?
Yeah, because it's like you gotta turn it on.
Let's hear it.
If you want to get shit done,
Okay, so let's do a scenario then.
Okay,
So job interview, say.
okay.
Because, things are different, telephone voices. Because doctor's appointments, like, I'm not really going to use hello, for the doctor. But if I'm trying to get this job, I'm be like, hello? Yes, this is Cheyenne Smith. Oh, what? That would be lovely. Oh, thank you so much. Have a great day. That is awesome.
okay.
It's
See.
the for me.
Are you trying to sound like a white woman?
No, I'm just trying to sound chipper.
Why?
So I'm likable.
Isn't that something?
That's
Okay.
crazy.
Do you have one?
because you can't. Of course, I think we all should have a telephone voice.
When do you turn it on?
Whenever I'm on the telephone.
Every time.
No, I mean, okay, let's say most of the time is when I'm ordering my food, and my family has a problem with that because they think I'm too nice. But I don't play with people, when you're cooking my
They're
food.
cooking your food, yes.
I'm definitely going to be nice, even if they got the order wrong, let's say, and I have to call back. I just had to call back for my mother's meatballs. They forgot. And she wanted me to be like, y'all forgot my goddamn meatballs.
Right.
And I'm like, hello, sir. Yeah, you forgot the meatballs that I ordered with my penne and marinara.
And she's in the background going off.
And,
Tell them about themselves.
she
Tell
wants
them about
to.
themselves.
But, yeah, and he's like, I'm sorry, ma'am. If I were to call, y'all forgot my motherfucking
Right.
marinara.
Right.
So do you think the voice you just used, hello, my meatballs, you don't think that was like a white woman's voice?
No, I just think it's soft and proper and relatable, likable.
Okay.
So your telephone
okay,
voice is
go ahead.
softer, gentler, more inviting.
Hi, how are you doing? Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Oh, you do
sir.
all that?
Oh, yes, I go all out. if it's for my food, yeah. If I'm ordering food,
Yes.
definitely, because I want my shit cooked right. Oh, yeah. But
Okay.
if it's a bill collector, yo, what y'all want?
I got the gangster. Yes.
Scammer.
I got the gangster
What y'all
telephone
want?
voice for them.
What about you?
Yeah, I do have a telephone voice. I tend to turn it on when I'm trying to get something. So, if I need a little extension on a payment plan, that telephone voice is I'm willing to do
Yes.
whatever it takes to make this go away. If it's for a job, I tend to like to be myself because I think if I come into the job interview and I'm all, polished and neat, by the time you see me 2 weeks later, you're going to be like, who is this bitch?
Right, who did we
Because that's
hire?
not
The same
who
one.
we interview. It's going to come out eventually. So
But do you
I have
feel-
it in doses.
Let me ask you, do you feel the need to change your voice from an ethnic woman to a more European sounding, proper talking woman
Yes.
Yeah.
to get things done? Like,
That's
is
just
that
the way
the
of the
whole
world.
purpose
That's
of
a
the
good question.
telephone voice?
That's a
Like,
good question.
Why can't we call and, talk to them like we would address our friends? Yo, what's up?
Right.
It's just not
Etiquette.
etiquette. It's not proper, right? So you must have a telephone voice. You must. And men have telephone voices.
Yes, they
too.
do.
Yeah, they do, man.
Yes,
I've heard
they
my
do.
husband plenty of times. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah, that'll be wonderful. And I'll be looking at him like, oh,
Who
how
is
you
You
even
that?
don't even talk like that.
Exactly.
Sounds so corny. But I know he's trying to get something done.
Yes, and that's when mine goes on. When I'm trying to get
Yeah.
something done,
Yes.
I need you to cooperate with me. I'm
Yeah.
gonna say whatever
It's been
you need to
times
say.
where, I'm sorry to cut you off. It's
No,
been
you're
times
fine.
where I've asked my friend, my white girlfriend, call this real estate agent and finds out if
Yes.
the property is available.
Yes.
Because I just called in my regular voice, hey, this is Tamika Smith.
Tamika.
Is the
Right. That's
and-
the other
and she
thing, the
calls,
name.
Hi, this is
Michelle, right.
Yeah, and she gets
Is the result different?
tour. Definitely.
Mm.
That's why I used to have her call for me all the time.
Yeah. That's deep in this
Because
day and
even
age.
though I use my voice, you still could tell I'm black. Right? Let's try. Bling, bling, bling. Hi, how are you? This is Tamika Smith. Yes, I'm available. Ba, ba, ba.
I guess you can
I
tell.
still sound black.
Yes.
What is sounding black, though?
What is sounding black? But I tell you, there is a such thing. I know when I'm on the phone with a black person most of the time.
That's true.
We have an inflection in our voice. There's just
Does
something.
it matter?
I feel a little, if I call customer service and the person I'm talking to is black, I feel a kindred
little-
spirit on the
yes.
other end of the
Yes.
phone.
Like, yes, girl.
Yeah, hey girl, you know how it is.
Right, so yeah, you go from like, yes, I'm calling about this bill. To, girl,
Exactly.
you know how it is.
Yes.
The bills ain't come this month. You know,
I'm
like
gonna have
people
it to
can
you by the
relate.
15th.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So why can't we do that with Mary and Karen?
That's
Because
a
I'm
good
pretty
question.
sure they shit is coming in late too.
Because they look at us as it's already gonna be late. Like, why are you calling? You're already gonna be late.
Of
This
course
black
you're
woman.
gonna
It's
be
a whole
late.
bunch of
Yeah.
stereotypes.
Mhm.
Like,
You think so?
I
do.
think
Well,
so.
Yeah.
I know so.
Yeah.
Like, why did you get your friend to call the
It
real estate
hurts.
people? Why couldn't they just
Right.
tell you, a woman whose voice they hear, they don't know what color is attached to her skin? Why they couldn't just tell you that the
Exactly.
house, whatever?
Exactly.
All right, well, some people say, well, that's not talking white, that's not talking black. Like, we went through that whole thing, like, back in the 90s, white and black talk. Why isn't just proper talking?
Because it's always a
proper?
deeper level than that. I think a good example is what happened recently where there was this big Hollywood director who went into a Bank of America with a mask on because we're all wearing masks during the
Okay.
pandemic. And he was trying to withdraw an amount that was on deposit. He put in his card, he put in his PIN number.
Huh.
And obviously, when you're banking in person, you can't put on your telephone voice. They're seeing you for who you are.
Huh.
But once I put my card in, I put my credentials in, and
I'm good.
I'm handing you my ID. You have my ID in your hand. They called the authorities on that man and reported a bank robbery. They pulled out Glocks on this Hollywood
Are you
producer.
serious?
Yes,
When
for
did
trying
this
to
happen?
access his own money a
Not
couple
too
weeks
long
ago
yes.
in
And I saw
Atlanta.
that. I got chills. That
out.
it bothers me because
Yes.
why
Wait,
does this man
was this
bother
in
you so
California?
much?
It was in Atlanta. He had an LA license, and the teller, who happened to be black, by the way,
Huh.
but I believe that if it had been a white man standing there, deposit or withdrawing that same amount with those same credentials, the PIN number, the ID, everything, the mask on because it's COVID time. It's not like he walked in with a full facial mask
Ski
with
mask.
just his eyes out. He
Exactly.
just had, sunglasses on and a mask. I walk outside like that every day.
And also, he is a person of certain
Means,
something. Like, he can't
yes.
just walk outside like,
Exactly.
oh, I know you. You're that guy.
He slipped her a note, Tamika, and he said, I need to deposit, what was the amount? $12,000.
$12,000.
I need to withdraw $12,000.
Okay, wait. Hold it right
Okay.
there. Hold it. A motherfucker slipping me a note in the bank, it's a robbery.
No.
Nobody slips a note.
First of all, it wasn't a note. It's a withdrawal slip.
That I need
on
money.
the
What
back
about-
of it, on the back of the withdrawal slip, he said, please count the money discreetly away from the window. That's all. I don't want
Why
everybody
all of
behind
this?
me hearing.
Nigga,
So that's
it's a
$12,000.
bank. It's a bank. The person in front of you is probably withdrawing $25,000. I mean, like, what's the slipping of the note?
Okay,
the
but
mask?
That's what the teller
But
said.
I would have been.
That was the teller's stance.
That could have been
in this generation, day and
Yes.
age, these days, present time, people is getting robbed.
Yes.
The people
So I
is
don't
getting
want you in
lined.
all
They're getting
two
set
ways.
up. What?
in all new ways. That's
Yes.
even a
So
new way
for
of
him-
robbing.
That's true.
For him to slip her the note and say count it away, like somebody could be watching
Somebody
him.
behind me could be saying, "Oh, he getting 12
Anything.
grand."
Like, let me follow him home real
Yes,
quick.
let me follow
let me
him.
see
No.
what license plate he got.
No. Let's be real. Who the fuck is slipping a note talking about
It's
count
a
the money
withdrawal
on the
slip.
side? No, you take your money and then you walk over in the corner and you bow, make sure your
But
shit
if
is
she's
good.
loudly counting it out, you know how they put it through the counter machine.
Yeah.
So
They
you
don't
getting
do all
12?
that.
Yes, they do.
They put it through the machine, they check it, and then they hand you
But
your,
the person
they don't be
behind
like,
you-
here's your $12,000, Mr. Smith. They don't never do that shit
No,
to me.
but the person behind you is seeing how long it's taking them to run that amount through the machine.
Right.
You know, $200 is like, right?
You gotta think.
$12,000 like, you know what I'm saying? It's a long process, and the person behind you, it put him at risk.
I'm not saying she's right for calling authority and all of that, but that's just a little sus. Come on, he got on the mask. He's
Would she have
slipping
called
notes.
it? True.
You telling me to do all this extra shit? No, something ain't by my yes. I'm gonna go, and to be safe, I'm gonna just push that button. If it was
She
all
went
a
to her
mistake,
manager.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But shit, I could be saving
She went to her
everybody's life
manager
right
I
and-
get
now.
that.
Yeah, I get it. I at first I tried to look at it that way until I saw the video. Because I walk around like that every day with sunglasses on, a
Mask.
mask covering my face, and if I have my PIN number and I'm giving you my ID, here's the question I have.
That's enough.
If that had been a white man with those same credentials, he walked in with the mask on, the sunglasses, and he stood there with his red or blonde hair, and he put his PIN number in, and he handed her his ID, and he gave her a withdrawal slip and said, count the money discreetly away from the window. Would she have called the authorities?
No.
My thing is when she went to
You
the
don't
manager,
know.
the manager to me is the most out of pocket because he had the ability to de-escalate the situation.
he do?
All he had to do
Call the
was
police.
look at the ID, match it to what's in the system. To me, at the end of the day, this matches that, matches the PIN number. Here's your money.
Right.
Right.
Pull down your mask. Let me make sure.
Like
that
they
it
do
was
at
a
the
simple,
airport.
right? It was a simple, easy thing.
Okay.
He told her, call the authorities if you think you're being robbed.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, slipping of the note and all that.
Yeah.
Who does that with a mask on? You know, we all, you see something, you say something. That's one of those.
Yeah.
You see something, you say, that don't feel right to me.
That's
I
a
understand what you're
scenario.
saying.
Yeah,
I feel like we're looking
I'm
at
not
it in a
saying
whole.
she right, but, you know, a black man can't withdraw $12,000 without it being a problem.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
But I also, coming back to your question, I don't think it would have happened to a white man
Right.
because stereotypes, everybody just assumes, oh, yeah, this is his money.
Right. He got it.
He got it.
Right. Meanwhile, he might be scamming. It's
Huh.
the same concept of I used to date a guy who worked at Macy's security, and he said that they had like codes for when a black person walked in the store, 285s in the children's section, you know. Meanwhile, the white girl over there stealing everything. She
Everything.
got
They be helping her. Ma'am, you dropped your shirt.
you know,
Why
and
they
that's one of
chasing
those
the black girls?
Exactly.
Yes, exactly. It's one of those scenarios where your telephone voice doesn't help you in person. You could put on the most proper voice,
Yeah.
wear the most tidy sweater. This man, you know, produced one of the biggest blockbuster films in Hollywood and had a hard time
Wait, now who
withdrawing
was
his
he? I
own
know,
money.
I know it wasn't like, you talking about a black producer.
Yes,
Who we talking
one of
about?
our biggest black films of the
Tyler
last 5
Perry?
years.
Tyler can get his money. He owned the fucking bank.
Thank you.
He probably
now,
do.
If
Why didn't
Tyler,
let him get his
if
money?
Tyler don't get his money, they need to shut all of
Who
Atlanta
was-
down. I'll tell you later, girl.
All
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
Eddie Murphy.
I also had an issue with banking while black recently, and I was just making a deposit, which I could almost see the craziness of. He's making a withdrawal of $12,000. Maybe it's not his money. Let me take the extra
That's
measure.
not a lot of money.
But I'm walking in with a deposit. I don't need nothing back. I'm not putting in $25,000 and asking for 20 back. I'm just depositing a check. This woman gave me the hardest time. She went to the manager. The manager said, well,
What?
check her ID. She showed him. He said, that's sufficient. She still wouldn't take my deposit. She said, step to the side and took the next customer. So you know I had to show my ass.
Of course.
What bank was you?
Citibank girl.
That happened to me too.
Right there on Forest Avenue and
like
Hoyt
that.
Street. Go on, Cheyenne.
With my bank, I went in there and they have like the little thing where you could talk to the people, you could go to the teller. So I sat down, waited for somebody to talk to. I had lost my bank card. And the lady comes and it's me and there's a white lady there, but I was there first.
Okay.
But the lady who came, her seat was before mine. So when the white lady came out, the white bank teller, I was like, oh shit. I'm about to be waiting here forever because she's going to go to her.
Exactly.
So she came to both of us, and I was like, oh, okay. She's like, what's the issue? So I told her, I lost my bank card. I was here first, whatever. And she's like, well, did you report it lost? And I was like, no, I didn't know, like, that was a thing. And she was like, oh, well, you should have did that before you came in here.
Excuse me?
Are you going to do your job?
Right, because I'm here now.
And then I went through a whole thing. She was like, oh, yeah, you got to wait 2 weeks for your new card. The next day, I went to another TD Bank, got my card.
Right away.
Yeah,
And
I was like,
that's
nah,
when
I
you
want to
know
go
that
back.
You're not bugging. When you go somewhere
see-
else and the whole situation is different.
Karen.
Okay, can I just say something?
Yes, play devil's advocate.
They love me at my bank.
They must know you.
They help me
Because you
get
talk
my
to them like
mortgage.
this. And my name is
Yes,
Danielle.
They know me. They give me lines of credit. Help me buy my house. Because I've been banking with them for so long that I built
a familiarity with them,
right.
yeah.
So they go in. They see me. I'm depositing checks. I'm withdrawing. They see me and
So
my
they
husband
know, they
in there on the
associate
regular.
you.
So we don't have problems with
Can I
You have to
interject?
build a relationship with your bank. These are the people that's going to be loaning you money, possibly giving you mortgage interest rates. You can't be bouncing from bank to bank to bank with your money.
I
Now
have a
you
question.
find a bank, you stick with
I
it.
got a
You build a
question.
relationship.
I feel like that's biased, but you could say
One
your question,
hand
but that's
washes
very
the
biased
other.
to me.
I want to come to your bias,
Yeah,
but
no.
first I want to ask you, what if you away from home and you can't get to Sally at your normal bank? What if you in Nevada, which was what happened to this guy?
I've been in Nevada.
And you go into your branch.
I've been in
You know, to your banking place.
hell yeah.
They don't know you. Are you getting
Right.
that same energy from them?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Because there's branches where I live at that you go in certain branches and but they don't know me because I don't frequent that
place,
branch
yeah.
enough. But give me my money. Don't play with my money, deposit my money. I don't know. Maybe
Shy,
it's
you
just
said
me.
you
I've
thought there
never
was a
had-
bias. Why?
How long have you been banking with Timmy?
Many years, probably 20.
And-
Okay, same there. I feel like your bias is your husband. They see you, oh my God, of course I'm going to treat you like
no.
this.
I
not
would agree,
necessarily.
because they sure don't give me that
Over the
kind.
years?
Not necessarily because
You don't think so?
We've been banking with them for so long.
With the same person for the past 20
Did
years.
I mention who the bank was? Because we need to edit that.
No,
out.
we didn't mention it.
No.
I didn't hear
Okay.
that. Okay.
Because I don't want nobody
just
trying
said-
to hack my shit. I go to
Have you banked with the same person
Brooklyn-
for 20 years?
Yes.
And in that time,
Brooklyn
have you
Mobile Bank.
gone in yourself?
Brooklyn Mobile Bank.
Have you gone in yourself and tried to do something and it was no issue, no...
Listen, when I go in the bank, they
Because the
"Hi,
Citibank-
Mrs.
Because they
Smith.
know her.
Hi, Mrs. Smith. How are you? How can we help
They
you?
know her, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
But if you were in Nevada and they don't know you, well, your account at this point is probably noted. Treat this bitch right.
Right. Loyal customer.
not necessarily.
I need that note on my
I
account.
just think because you build a relationship, even if you got 10,000 or 10 million in the bank, if they know you, they see you,
I think that's a valid point, because now you're making me look at it differently. Should he have done things a little differently, knowing that he's from LA, he's in Atlanta, so you have an out-of-state driver's license, you're here trying to get money out. Maybe he could have handled it differently a little bit in order to avoid that.
both of them could.
Both of them could
Yeah.
have.
Yeah.
She didn't
That's
have to call
fair.
the cops. I mean, he's just trying to get his money.
That's
It's his
all.
money.
I understand her skepticism. Is that
Okay,
a word?
yes.
Skepticism?
So he wasn't
Yes.
even from the city.
No, he was
was
there
from a different-
filming.
Oh my gosh. Ugh, that's a pain in the ass.
Yeah. You're right. They probably both could have done things better. And that's the type of energy we're bringing here on this podcast. You see, we discuss something, we look at both sides of the issue, and then we come to a conclusion that satisfies everybody.
Which is
Both of them could have done something different.
both of them. could have done something.
Cheers,
Why?
ladies.
She didn't have to.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh.